everybody, John here, and today onto the garage I'm showing you how my Turtle Wax acrylic graphene trim restorer is starting to fail. Okay, hopefully quite a few of you are returning viewers to my channel, so therefore you'll know I don't do clickbaity stuff. So let's get straight into it. A little while back I got Jazzy, my Ducato based IH630RL motorhome. She's pretty much mint condition despite her years, except, and it's filthy dirty and that's on purpose, the trim has really faded to quite a pale grey, and you get that sort of marbled effect where you can start to see the way the material flowed into the tooling. It's kind of inevitable with age and plastic trim. However, I tried out Turtle Wax Graphene Trim Restorer on her, and I'll put a little video clip right now of me using that stuff, and I must admit, very impressed. And I've just used a damp towel just to wipe down this area here, which is treated, and this area here, which is not treated. And to be fair, it's probably looking a fraction darker than it really is because I wiped it with a wet towel, but I think you can see the contrast is night and day. And the finish is very good on the Turtle Wax product. It's not super glossy, which always looks fake. It's, I would call it satin, and it's very dark and has done rather a good job. However, what you can never do when you're doing these reviews, and this is, you know, I did this myself, this is nothing to do with endorsement or I wasn't sent the product. What you can never really tell is how well things will endure unless you've got a big budget for making films and you're going to do test pieces and everything else. My videos tend to be you guys just watching me do my thing. However, my van gets used all the time, and since I put that video up, it's been 3 months, I would say. And in that 3 months, I've done about 4,000 miles. And we are in the UK, and it is currently just at the beginning of December. No, the weather's not brilliant. However, it's not been that bad. But the van has been run on motorways, in driving rain and everything else. I'm going to also say, before I show you anything else, as is clear, and hence the discussion at the beginning, I have not jet washed this van. In fact, on purpose, I have not cleaned the van since I applied the trim finish. Now that's a lot of miles and a lot of time not to have cleaned something, but I really wanted to see how this stuff endures. It stayed very black, but I'd like to draw your attention to the chunks that are now missing. And that's not the worst bit. At the front of the van, it obviously sees the most driving rain. Look at the state of that. Now, we've not reached the stage yet where we've got the possibility of me following a gritter on a motorway, so it hasn't been pebble dashed or anything like that. That is just erosion from the weather, wind, water, and yeah, sure, the odd stone, I'm sure. But I'm not really very happy with that. I love what it's done to the colour, but what this is showing me is it hasn't penetrated the surface at all. Now, did they say it was going to penetrate the surface? No. But I did anticipate it would be gripping the van a little harder than that, because I can now scratch that off around an existing chip. Let's go for an area that's unaffected. I'm just using the back of my nail. It's coming off. Which I find pretty depressing. Not least because to use any other product now, I'm going to have to get most of that off. So, I'm feeling very conflicted. It has done an amazing job at improving the look of the van. It has lasted far longer than the couple of weeks or so than the the average spray-on finishes, which give the illusion of being blacker. But what now? Get it all off? I'm sure alcohol and some sort of plastic scourer, like the back of a wash-up sponge, probably take most of it off reasonably quickly. But not all of it. Or do I reapply, having cleaned the van properly and washed it all off again and start again? I said I'd keep you updated, and I have. A little bit depressed about that. If it was just a case of it's worn out now, I would say actually it's done nearly 3 months. That's pretty good. I'll just keep reapplying it. But if it's going to flake, do I really want to put that on all of my van? No. Do I really want to get all of that back off my van? No. Sorry, turtlebacks, I ain't recommending that anymore. I'd love to hear your thoughts, preferably your experiences, guys. This was quite a new product when I bought it and put it on. So there were plenty of videos out there saying how amazing it was and people testing it out. Quite a lot of them, I imagine, were given the product. But yeah, there wasn't any real long-term stuff to look at. What's your experience if you've used this stuff? And what would you do next? And if you were going to take that off, how would you go about it? And if you were going to put something else on there, what would you put on? Got plenty of stuff that I could put on and give it a couple of weeks looking quite nice, which is what most car dealers would use. But yeah, really interested to hear your comments. If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. And please give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, and you can share the videos. And below the video is always the area where you can comment and get involved with the chat.